The beautiful Alicia Fox.
Spoke to you and said this, Bob, but my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Loaded up with alcohol, more specifically vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
3 ain't enough now, I need 5. Welcome in Jim, Ryan, Matt, Tim, and intern Mark.
And after tonight, none of you in this ring will ever be the same again.
Oh my goodness, what do we do? There's a 1, there's a 2. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, wow, indeed. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday, live right here on our Facebook page. We're the podcast of the millennium. We're back on our normal night on a Thursday. It is July 11th, 2019. This week we have tons to talk about, including Kevin Owens speaks for all of us. The Saturday Night Wars are back, and much more. But first, our show is brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. Decorating your home reflects your taste and likes, so why not add decor that reflects your sports, movie, or TV fandom? Alicia's Pillows and Things is your hookup. They feature pillows of all sizes, stools, and more with all your favorite sports teams and characters. Log on to ngscsports.com, find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab on the homepage, and place your order. Our other new sponsor is Cool Eye Cover, and as you imagine, we're talking sunglasses. Summer is here, and as we all know, we need sunglasses. Cool Eye Cover has a great deal as an NGSC sports partner. If you email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com, they'll give you a 50% discount on your first pair of glasses. Visit www.cooleyecover.com and choose your glasses to receive the discount. Remember, you have to email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com to get that coupon. We thank Cool Eye Cover for joining NGSC Sports as a sponsor. Of course, NGSC Sports is our home network, and you can find them at ngscsports.com. You can find us at 3countthursday.com. And Tim is back with us. Ryan is here with us, guys. We are back, the full team, back this week.
Squad deep.
How we doing?
Good.
Three of us.
I've already broken things.
Oh, my God. Why are we... You sat there for 3.5 minutes.
Well, that was the pre-show.
And then
We did do the pre-show,
we
post-show.
adjusted the microphone.
Yeah, but
Once I turned the volume on.
well, I got comfy again. I had to get up and turn the camera on, and
Well,
then
that's fair. Okay,
Gotta make
that's
that good
fair.
groove.
That's
We're
fair.
good to go. We're settling in for 2.5
2 hours.
Or 2 hours.
We could do 2.5.
There's a
The
ton to
podcast
talk
of the
about.
Dude, there's so much to talk about this week.
Podcast of the Millennium.
But again,
Podcast of the Millennium.
yeah, if you want to know why they're humming that tune, you might want to head over to patreon.com.
Humming. We're
Singing
straight singing. These
that
are golden
tune
pipes.
to that tune. Head over to patreon.com/3countthursday.
Normally,
Golden buzzer here, folks.
Yeah, that's
golden
us.
buzzer.
if you just want to feel some type of catharsis and really want to just like feel better by hurting yourself,
patreon.com/3countthursday.
just for this week,
$2 or more.
for the whole month, that's
the whole month, that
that's
gets you
50 cents a week.
That gives you
It'll get
4
you the
bonus shows.
pre-show, post-show, any other bonus content we put up there. Obviously, it will not drop until after this program is off the live air. But yeah, it's this was one for the ages, as they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Make sure you follow us on all of our social media. Subscribe to the show on YouTube, also on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Android, all your podcast apps. Head over to whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver!
Thank you. Check out our merchandise over there, our Collar and Elbow brand deal. If you head over to store.collarandelbowbrand.com, use promo code 3count, you get 10% off of every order.
I was curious if we had a promo code. That's the number 3,
Then
right?
everything we do is always the number 3.
And
That's
then the word count.
And
right.
the word count.
The
So
number count and the word 3.
yeah,
The
something
number
like that.
3
But
count.
again,
they have an awesome summer drop
dude,
too.
that
Yeah, I may have
that
to.
was awful. His house shirt
I may have
That's
to.
pretty
over
solid.
there is
I
freaking
like it.
banging.
If it permits the court, I'm gonna.
But again, 3countthursday.com. You'll be able to find
Oh,
links
that's
to
not-
everything.
that's-
Also,
that's
I
not the
I
website.
believe, and if it's not up there now, it should be up there
Very soon.
by within the next probably 12 hours or so. Matt was joined by Jess Watches Wrestling. You can follow her at Watches Jess on Twitter. Matt's and Jess's predictions for Extreme Rules this Sunday will be found on our website.
So Matt's are
3countthursday.com.
exclusively there.
Matt's
We
are
don't-
exclusively there.
we don't have Matt's here
Matt did
tonight.
not submit his picks to me for that
Well, he was busy with Jess.
with Jess. He was also busy. We want to say congratulations to Matt and his beautiful wife Lauren for having their little girl this past
She
weekend.
is a peach.
She is absolutely a peach. There's
I
a
thought she was a human.
A human peach.
Yeah.
Adorable
human
child.
peach. Yes, absolutely. So congratulations, Matt and Lauren. The newest member of the 3 Count family
We have it.
is
It's
upon
official.
us. And intern Mark's daughter turned 18 yesterday.
I know.
Like
Wow.
when we were started going to Lancaster championship
That was
wrestling
LCW,
shows.
yeah.
I mean, she was like a little kid.
She was. I remember she wanted to be a wrestler there for a couple
She
months.
did. She absolutely did. And Mark,
Totally enamored by like Mandy Leone and just the empowerment of women.
intern Mark, could not have been happier. But a happy birthday
Congratulations. Big birthday wish.
to his daughter. And
I'm old.
and also I believe. Let me turn the music down there.
Oh, we got it off.
And I believe Ryan.
You've got mail.
Oh,
Yes.
Is this
snap.
true?
This is true.
Is this true? What is the
The mail usually gets sent to Studio Well here in
It
beautiful
does. It usu-
downtown Lidditz, Pennsylvania.
It usually
The
does.
Coolest small town in America.
is the coolest
at one
small
time.
town at one time.
Yeah, but this package got delivered up to my location.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's from one of our younger viewers.
Okay.
Her name is Soraya, a
Ooh.
big fan of the show. Watches it all the time.
That's awesome. What is it?
It is a painting. She painted a 3-count Thursday diagram for us. I don't know if you can
Nice.
see that. It's a nice picture there.
I'll go take
in
it
the
up.
gold and the black, which matches our banner, so you know she's
Oh
watching.
my gosh.
Yeah, throw that up there, and then we're gonna tack that bad boy right up here for a couple weeks.
Right up there on the
like-
applause sign, because I don't think the applause sign works anymore.
No, I just had to buy batteries for
I
it.
say patreon.com, help us get some money for batteries.
We were still running off the test Try Me batteries. The little wire popped out the back. Whoop, there it goes.
Oh my. Easy there, Ryan. Well, that is
We're breaking the place.
I like that. I like that a lot. Thank
Yes,
you, Soraya.
so thank you so much. Oh, look at this, and then you can lay it down, Tim.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I knew we hired him for something.
Man, engineering marvel
I
you are,
knew-
Tim. So thank you so much for being a loyal listener and checking us out.
Yes.
If anybody's kids wanted to submit anything, we will always take it. I heard Matt's kid might be painting us something shortly.
It could be.
Maybe
Could-
a little soon for
Might-
that.
might
We need
be
to make
soon.
sure that's paint.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's paint.
But,
But thank you for that. I love receiving
you speak
packages
sign
like
language.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Make. I believe is
Got it.
is as they call it.
that. Got it. So thank you so much for that. Oh, there it was.
There it was.
You hit it one more time. There it was.
But again, thank you, Soraya. We appreciate
Thank
you
you.
watching with us and sending us that. That was very
Yeah,
nice.
I think we were really good too. Like we haven't sworn yet.
My
Just
heart
in
is
case-
full.
in case she was
Tim's
watching.
very disciplined with that. I am not.
No, I'm usually
I'm
not either.
so used to, I'm so ingrained with just from the commentary at Excellence Professional Wrestling is we're a family
I
friendly
don't
product.
think I've ever sworn on commentary.
and also working in radio for 4 years.
That'll
the
do it.
FCC gets you every time. That's a $500,000 fine if you let an F-bomb loose
I like
on regular
one,
broadcast radio.
One of my
who are we? Are we Corey Graves to drop the S word here on the podcast?
one of my favorite things on the Preston and Steve show is how they skirt the line of because
I'm a big fan of skirting.
they
I like to line the skirt.
they have their on their YouTube page their Daily Rush videos, and one of them Steve, because it was something about like I think it was
Steve.
like Penelope Cruz's like husband or something, and he did like this Spanish voice, and he said the word "snash," meaning like
Cash.
kind of rhymes with "gatch," like snatch.
Oh, like, well, I'm going to snatch this from you.
Sure, yeah, that type of snatch.
Like
But he said
There is a movie with...
Snash, SNASH, and
Snash.
because
I
that's not a word.
Trivia. Oh God.
Oh yeah, we do need to do some trivia
you
time
do.
this
I
week.
got
It's been a few weeks.
You know
off.
what it should all be about?
What?
Stranger Things. Move on.
Yeah, that's not fair. But anyway, independent wrestling is okay.
This guy's watched The League 8 times, and he's not watched an episode of Stranger Things yet.
Yeah,
You watch Stranger Things?
No.
Oh,
hey,
God.
hey,
I'm by myself.
fans in the channel. We're the most interactive podcast in the history of this great sport. If you can pitch me a topic,
Ooh,
Stranger Things.
Not-
Do it for Ryan.
you're not allowed to influence.
you're a host, not an audience.
Here's the deal. If
member.
you want to really see James and I battle, I would topic it around 90s and early 2000s country music. Because I think prime country. 90s country music.
Yeah.
And I know you don't listen to a bit of country.
I
So,
do.
oh, okay. I think that would be as fair as possible to give you a topic. If somebody else has something in the chat, we'll go with that.
I don't know if I have enough time to
Look up.
contribute to the show in a meaningful way and also capture music questions.
That's fair. That's also fair. So let me argue with you guys real quick.
Oh, I'd love to.
sure,
I
sure.
love a good argument.
On the way, I know we have a ton of wrestling to talk about.
It's
On the
okay.
way to work today. No, on the way to the podcast today, which is like my second or third fun job, whatever you
Sure.
want to call it. I stopped by Burger King to get some chicken fries. Just a quick meal. I didn't need the whole burger and fry thing. I just wanted some chicken fries. I
Just a
pull
little
up.
bit of chicken fries.
I love chicken fries. Great song. Love Zach Brown Band. They have tacos at Burger King. I didn't know this. I didn't know they ever had tacos.
Yes.
Apparently, they've had tacos for years. I'm talking years ago, but this is something that they've had for a while, and I totally missed that. Have you ever had a taco from Burger King?
Absolutely.
Hard pass, no.
You never need to have one. It was the grossest thing I've ever had.
Like, here's the deal.
I cannot wait. If we get a Taco Bell here in the beautiful town of Lititz, Pennsylvania.
That's the hot rumor. But here's the thing. I had the Burger King taco
What's up, Rob?
years ago when they first came out. This is like back when we were in like junior high, early high school.
It didn't age well then.
They may be the same ones. I don't know. They were delicious back then. Yeah. I have not sampled this variety.
I hope your palate has matured and you realize it is not very good.
But the thing is, I am fasting from fast food for a month.
Nice.
So if they are around when I am done with my 30-day...
So you won't put a pause just to get a taco?
No.
Good for you, Jim.
I will not.
Good for you.
So,
What's up, Tate? Thanks for tuning in.
So yeah, if they are still around after the pause, then I will try them. Otherwise, then they'll just float away off into McRib
Now, can
land.
you guys still... Oh, McRibs are...
I fucking love McRibs.
There it is.
So bummed. I'm so bummed. Like whenever
They
I
have McRibs out now?
No.
Oh,
like
okay.
I like whenever, because it seems like the last 2 or 3 times the McRib has surfaced anywhere, it hasn't made it here, and I'm
I hear
pissed.
what you're
Like, why
saying.
would you? I just don't understand that. Like, if you're gonna
Just
gonna
go to Knoebels.
well, I did get
I get it's a hike, but
I did get the boneless rib sandwich when I was at Knoebels.
Delicious.
And it really is better than a McRib. But there's
Have you ever
something
had
about a
like
McRib.
the Encore, the McCormick Encore frozen rib meal?
I have not.
They're boneless, and it's really close.
It's probably what the McRib is. I mean,
It's-
let's be honest.
You get 6 of them. It's like $2.50. It's really not a bad deal. They sell them at like Wise.
I might have to look into that just to have a McRib.
You can throw it in the microwave. It takes like 25 minutes to microwave because it's a frozen rock solid thing
Why
of
wouldn't
like.
you just put it in like a toaster oven?
Well, you could do that, but it takes even longer.
But it's better.
Actually, a toaster oven will probably do it in less.
It's like a frozen brick of gravy.
Yeah.
With like 6 ribs.
Well, you
frozen
understand,
inside.
like a
They're
toaster
so
oven-
bad for you too. Each one of them,
Well,
like
no
a little
kidding.
Sounds
The
like
fucking-
it.
little rib thing.
Oh, there
That's
I
like-
dropped a bad word.
You said it earlier.
Did I?
That's your second one.
Whatever.
We're safe. Has like 400 calories in one little rib square.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the sodium
I've
content.
eaten all 6.
Of course you have.
Before.
Of course we
Look
have.
at me. But
Look,
it's so easy to
there's
eat
a
all
reason why
6.
we're the biggest wrestling podcast in the land, baby.
I see what you did there.
See what I did. I see. But
I want to make it
yeah,
publicly
take
known
that, Conrad.
Yeah. Hey,
Boom.
it's Conrad. Look at me. I look like a caricature.
It's a human bobblehead. All right, independent. Let's get to the independent shows this weekend.
do
I want to go on record real quick before we go to independent wrestling
Sure.
shows to publicly blast your wife for being the
Whoa.
worst person
Whoa, she
ever
is a
today.
married woman.
I said wife. Oh, publicly blast.
Yeah,
Zing.
publicly-
No, I wouldn't do that. I like James too much.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I can't even say it. I like Dana a lot too. But screw you.
She. I know
she's not listening right now, but if she tunes in, I hope it's right now, and I hope your plane gets delayed.
Hope your flight is delayed.
So
If you're taking the train, I hope it's delayed.
I think this will soften the blow a little bit. So the other night, I'm taking care of my friend's parents' dogs this week, and we had gone to let them out, and we came back, and it was in the
You
last
say take care of.
like let them out, feed them, give them their
Okay.
medicine. Jesus Christ, right? So we get back home. It's like 9:20 on Tuesday night, and I don't remember what show was on. And she's like, "I'm not really watching this." I'm like, "So is it cool if I turn wrestling on?"
Night Court.
And without hesitation, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, it's happening.
Little by little, boys. I'm
Little by
telling you,
little.
little by little.
She'll be at a show in no
All
time.
that matters is little by little. Just every little bit, every little inch I can get
Charlie, too sweet.
is no, that'd be every little inch she can get.
Every
that's
little
what
inch you
you-
can give.
So Frank wants to know if you ever had the pork sundae at Knoebels.
Pork Sunday.
Yeah, I know. When I read that, I was like, no, he must be wrong. Fries, cheese, topped with pulled pork. He's not, but
and
he's
you-
heard about it.
That I imagine, and Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, is that at the little barbecue shack to the right of the haunted house?
Haunted house. Is that where you get the
Also,
That's where you get the boneless rib sandwich.
another question. Do you have to sign a waiver before eating that? Because that actually sounds like a heart stopper.
I mean, it's in the middle of the woods in like central Pennsylvania or north central Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
North
they're not making
Central.
you. They're not making you sign anything.
I
No,
mean, I
yeah,
think
no.
there should be a
I can't
waiver.
believe you've never been to Knoebels. It's right by Centralia.
He's a Georgia
which is
boy.
an awesome place to
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, that's right.
Georgia.
Or
I forgot
Southern
about
boy.
that.
Sorry,
A Georgia
Not
boy.
that not that
Well,
southern.
It might as well be.
Look at that
Sure.
face. He's got to be a bulldog.
Anyway, independent wrestling shows this weekend.
Yep.
Fart glitter.
Would you burp confetti or fart glitter? Fart glitter. Hell
Every day fart
Are you
glitter.
kidding?
Who has that?
Frank's going to do some research. There are 3 shows on the docket for this weekend.
What's up, Sherry?
The Monster Factory runs this weekend, so
Yes,
that is
they
on
do.
Saturday down at the world famous Monster Factory in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Sunday, because Tim, you're going to talk about another show on Saturday, but Sunday, GCW 5150, a tribute to Homicide, is at 4 p.m. in Brooklyn, New York. And then Tim, tell us a little bit about Excellence Fight for Independence Roswell.
The event to be at this Saturday. If you're able to get out, I know that there may be some rain that may pass through, but if you're willing to make the drive, the boys are back at it again in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, the House of Excellence, at the Forest Lodge for our only yearly event. The Fight for Independence is an event that we have carried over throughout the duration of the time in Excellence. It's my favorite event of the year. The Fight for Independence, keeping with our alien theme of Roswell, it is a absolutely stacked card. We've got the returning Gran Akuma. He'll be there taking on Will Gannett. I'm so excited. Just
Coming out of
having
retirement, right? Like he
Yeah.
thought about hanging it up.
he nobody ever really retires.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
Just-
that's
and just when
the
the
time in
wrestling
between
bug,
just gets longer and longer.
yeah, the wrestling bug, when the wrestling bug bites,
what was the
Takes a long
dude
time.
in Beyond the Mat?
Dennis Stamp.
Dennis Stamp.
Yeah.
I'm not booked. I'm not
Yeah.
going to show
And
up.
he's just
Not
on
booked.
his- on his
When's my next
trampoline.
match? Just jump in there.
Oh wait, it's like I'm not booked.
Akuma's a great follow on Twitter too.
Yes,
Like,
he is.
You can follow him and you can just see the knowledge that this guy has for the business.
And I believe his
Love
Twitter handle is, I'm not sure if it's 1_ or 2, but it's __Akuma. Or you can just look up Gran Akuma.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. He talks a lot of Japanese. He loves Japanese wrestling, but he also watches the current product in America too. Really great follow if you're looking for really positive analytical breakdown of wrestling. He's a great follow on Twitter. Can't go against it. Our number one contendership will be on the line. Now, to tell you a little bit about the number one contendership without going into too much detail, the person who holds the number one contendership has the ability to cash that in at any event and challenge for the Excellence Championship. But if they choose not to, they must defend it as a title. So our number one contender, Juan Francisco de Coronado, will be taking on the man, Johnny Moran. Chad de Kroger, our Executor of Excellence.
That makes me chuckle.
Yeah, he's the Nickelback of cats. And also the Prince of all Goblins, Kobold. We have a dirtiest players brawl between two of the dirtiest players in the game, Cornelius Crummels and Sonny Defarge. The tattooed torture expert Blackstrom will be taking on the fierce hermit crab. In non-title action, we will have the King of Crash, the Duke of Dash, Sultan of Smash, our Excellence Professional Wrestling Champion Icarus, taking on the Milkman Adam Chandler. And of course, Big Dan Champion will be taking on the 12th Cat.
The what?
We've had so many different iterations of cats coming through Excellence. Obviously, Edgar loves his feline friends. And originally this was supposed to be Cat 11. Unfortunately, Cat 11, prior to the event, ran into some medical issues. I think that that cat is no longer cleared for active competition. We wish Cat 11 all the best. But Cat 12 bravely taking the charge and moving forward. And a tall task at that at the big brick house known as Dan Champion. So doors open at 7, or the event starts at 7. Doors will open after the pre-show. Now we do a pre-show, but if you didn't already get your tickets, you're going to miss out on the pre-show.
Oh, so the pre-show is for advance tickets?
Yes, sir.
I like that.
I do too.
I like that a lot.
But it's going to be an absolutely fun time. Forest Lodge in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Right off of Old Bethlehem Pike. You can't miss it. It's a great time in a great venue with some of the best wrestling you can find here
it's super
or
easy
anywhere
to get
else.
to. Super easy to get to. Cool venue, great people. Food's great. Food's great at the venue as well. So make sure you check that out. 100%, absolutely.
I think we failed to mention Outbreak also runs this Saturday.
Oh, my bad.
Outbreak out there in the historic the Hamburg Fieldhouse.
Yeah,
WWE,
okay.
The E, I think, used to run, or the F.
The F. Definitely the F. Definitely not the E, but definitely the F.
Also, this Saturday, they're doing the Battle of the Bad Street out there in Hamburg. So
good
if you're
stuff.
in the Hamburg
my
area
bad.
and you're not making it down to Excellence or over into New Jersey with our friends at the Monster Factory, go check out some Outbreak wrestling.
We're watching any numerous amount of events that are taking place this weekend. It is
nothing happening.
It is a weekend of professional wrestling. Catching up a couple of comments here. Devin, not the big dick Devin, but Devin asks, what do we think the WWE 2K20 game will be like? Truth be told, I haven't gotten a WWE game since 2K17. I believe so. It's been a few years.
Yeah,
Who was on 17?
I think I was
16 was Stone Cold.
17 was Daniel Bryan.
No, Daniel Bryan was.
Oh
19.
no! 17 would have been Seth Rollins, because 18 is AJ Styles.
No, 19.
19.
Oh, 19 is Styles. Oh, right.
18 is 18 is
18 was Seth.
18 was Seth.
17
Brock
was.
Lesnar.
It might have been.
It might have been Brock.
Okay. So but I think the last one I got then was the Stone Cold one. So I don't even really know.
17 was Brock.
Okay, so I don't even really know what and he likes the Nitro and Raw flags there on the front of the table. We appreciate you watching. If you are watching along with us, you can interact with us right there in the comments. Give it a like, give it a share, so we get as many people in here as possible.
Who do you think's on the cover?
I think this year is going to be Becky Lynch. I think that I can speak a little bit to this as being the the video game wrestling crossover portion of the podcast. I think it's going to be Becky Lynch on the cover. That's going to be the story mode probably as well. I know that THQ is very, or not THQ, 2K is kind of upset at WWE and the games itself, because the games have kind of been rinse, repeat.
Yeah, that's kind of the review that I'm getting.
And they're trying to get, they're trying to come up with something new. I'm absolutely, positively, fingers crossed, legs crossed, eyes crossed, hoping for my GM mode to return.
Okay.
If GM mode returns, you best believe I'm buying it day of, and I will be playing
You're
it
not a
into
pre-order
the
guy?
You'll I'll pre-order it this
Okay,
time.
so you'll get it.
I really wanted the special edition this year because it was the Ric Flair edition. And I was like, you know
And that
what?
came with like a Funko Pop.
It came with a Funko Pop. It came with stuff for
the Hall
WWE
of Fame ring?
Supercard.
Isn't it like a replica ring
There
or
was
something?
there was a whole bunch of nonsense in there.
That's wild.
But I'm gonna definitely pre-order the 2K20. Now the crazy thing is that the former makers of like No Mercy and things like that,
Didn't they just enter a deal with AEW, right?
WWE, they are going to make a competitor video game to
Tell
the
me
2K
more.
series, and they think that they can do it. So 2K has to use mocap. They have to use mocap, like the mocap suits.
Okay.
Ukes thinks that they can do it.
Ukes?
Ukes.
Ukes.
Y-U-K-E.
That's THQ, AKI
Yes.
together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They think that they can do it with mocap using live footage. So without balls, they can like see, without the ball suits, they can take the footage from
No
the actual
models.
in live action
Okay, I got you.
and make the content from there. So it's pretty dope. And I think Cesaro and Ricochet had the matches that there's going to be used as the templates.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Awesome.
So that Ric Flair Funko Pop that was part of the Woo edition.
Do not tell me how much it is.
They're actually they've leveled off a bit. They're still expensive, $80.
That's too much.
But they were in the hundreds there for a while, so they've chilled off a bit.
So I kind of agree with you, Tim. I think it'll be a Becky Lynch cover. There's never been a female to cover.
That's correct.
So
It has to happen.
I think it could be Becky Lynch.
And there's talks of a China DLC for it.
That would be cool. That would be real cool. Scotty, not sure what you mean by will there be intergender wrestling? Do you mean in the game? Do you mean on a show this weekend?
There will be at the Stan Styles Intergender Bonanza.
There, absolutely. No,
Tickets
I
are
don't think it'll be
selling fast for
Rousey
that.
because Rousey is away for right now. I think Becky Lynch with the being part of the main event, winning the 2 belts. I think that's more of the. Oh, in the game, I mean, you can do intergender wrestling in the games, can you?
I don't think you
I
can.
don't think you can.
Oh, then
Like if you
probably
click on
not.
a woman, you can only then select women roster members.
You used to be able to, but you can't anymore.
Yes, back in like No Mercy in 2000,
And even
like
though
WrestleMania 2000, you
and,
could.
and the first couple of SmackDown games, you could too.
Okay, over there on the PlayStation
Yes, sir.
2 with the PlayStation 2, correct?
First couple came out on PlayStation. For 1 and 2 came out on PlayStation.
okay.
SmackDown 3, Just Bring It, featuring Fred Durst, was the first game on the PlayStation 2.
Oh, Fred Durst.
Um,
I bet we could get. Never mind.
get Fred Durst on the show.
There's a chance.
So yeah, I don't know if
He's not busy.
So I do not know if they'll have it in the game. If they haven't had it before, I'd be shocked if they had it this year, because I don't think there's been enough change in the programming yet
To do it, I
to
agree.
do it, because the game's
It's not an Impact game.
we will talk about that. But
Scott said WWF Attitude. That Attitude and Raw game for the 64 was rough.
Oof.
From Acclaim, yikes.
the TNA game was probably the worst wrestling game ever.
Oh man.
Um,
that was so bad too. Backstage Assault.
yeah,
WCW
oof.
Backstage
Yeah, that was
Assault
bad.
was pretty rough.
So the question of the week, since obviously this weekend. Actually, before we do the question of the week, let's just talk about a couple of things from Slammiversary.
What is the soup du jour?
Well, we'll get to that. Let's hit a couple of things on Slammiversary. Obviously, I think this because we have talked about like women main eventing on WWE shows and becoming a bigger part of the product. And to Scotty's point with intergender wrestling being in the game, an intergender match headlined or main evented Slammiversary was Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. Now, I didn't see the show. I don't think you guys did either. I know, Ryan, you didn't. Tim, I don't think you did.
I saw the match.
I saw
Historic.
I saw a lot of clips from the match. It seemed really good. A lot of good reviews from the show. But I just think that's a big moment in and of itself. I mean, it absolutely is. And like I know there's a great shot from the post match where Sami is handing her bat back. So like it by all accounts it hit all the home runs. And Rhino also showed up at the show. He attacked. I had it in my notes somewhere.
They are hitting dingers over there.
Hitting big dingers. He appeared under mask, attacked Michael Elgin after Elgin lost to Brian Cage. Still under contract with the WWE until July 17th, but it has been reported that he is not going to face any sort of backlash. I think WWE has, kind of. Everybody's kind of on the agreement that he's on his way out.
They've held him long enough that they're like, yeah, that's fine. He's 6 days early.
But all right, question of the week. Obviously, this Saturday night, one of the big topics of discussion is, of course, Fight for the Fallen. But also, it is Evolve 131, their 10th anniversary show, which is airing on the WWE Network, which kind of ruffled some feathers of some AEW fans thinking that WWE was trying to steal the thunder or whatnot or what have you. But so that has kind of just rolled out the question off the top of my head this week. Is to which show that you will be watching. Will you watch Evolve 131? Will you watch Fight for the Fallen? Will you watch both? Or will you watch neither? Or are you not going to be tuning into either of these shows? So before I get to some of the listener answers, gentlemen, what say you?
Man, I mean, being local and an East Coast guy, that Evolve card sounds really, really good. And I want to see what it's going to look like from the 2,300. Now, you've been to the ECW arena, like how this is going to translate to WWE, like big budget. Like, what can they do with a smaller venue to look big and important to combat what AEW is going to throw, which is going to have a much bigger set. I don't even know if they're really competition for each other, but like this is exciting to see a true independent company Evolve being featured full card on the WWE. This is big. I'm gonna watch both though.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely gonna watch both. Which one I don't know which one I will watch live yet. But I will tune into both. I like what AEW is doing so far. With their shows. Again, we talked a couple weeks ago that Fyter Fest was not, as high on the level as Double or Nothing was, but I don't think that, it's similar to that, like, Backlash isn't always going to be on the same level as WrestleMania or SummerSlam or what have you. So I don't hold anything against AEW for that. I will watch both because, I love wrestling. But, yeah, I think them putting this Evolve show on there is huge. We've already touched on some of the initial backlash from the AEW team about this, but yeah, I'm going to watch both. Tim, what say you?
If I'm because obviously I'm going to have to watch everything after the fact. Excellence Professional Wrestling, Excellence PW on Twitter. The first thing I'll probably watch will be Fight for the Fallen.
Okay.
Because I really do want to give AEW every chance to succeed. After that, it'll go Evolve and then finally make room for the main course on Sunday.
Yeah, obviously. So a couple of listener responses. Brian said, Cousin Brian said, I'll watch AEW live in the replay of Evolve 131 only because AEW is new and I don't know how to watch replays on BR Live.
Fair.
I do think it's a simple login. And again, this Fight for the Fallen is the second and final live free show on BR Live. before All Out at the end of August. So you can watch that one live. Steven says both, probably not either of them live because he's catching up on Beyond Wrestling. Devin says he's going to watch both. Duncan says both. Frank, initially when Frank commented, he didn't know that AEW was airing live, and I don't think they did a great job at least because initially up to a couple weeks ago, I didn't know that this was that this was actually airing. So. But he wasn't sure that this one was live. He said he doesn't think for him AEW is where he wants to spend $50 on a pay-per-view.
Sure.
Which
this one is free, right?
This one is free. Right. So I did correct that. So he said he's probably going to catch both of them.
Yeah, honestly, this AEW card I don't think is worth $50.
No,
no. It feels like it's a free card. Like, hey, come check what we're about. We have a lot of talent. There's a lot of tag matches, I guess. It's just not like a great building card for $50. I wouldn't feel excited to spend $50 on that. So, and that's not a slight.
Would you pay $9.99 for it?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'd pay $10 for most wrestling.
Right, and here's the thing. I understand that coming into the into the TV deal and just the company starting out, I understand that they're not going to have like a streaming network like the WWE does right out of the gate. So again, we kind of do watch party things. I think for All Out, we're probably going to do similar to the way we did with All In and with Double or Nothing. Like get together, watch the show, everybody splits the money, everybody chips in for some pizza. You're not spending $50 each of us. So
pants off, it's going to be great.
Sure, absolutely. So but I think if they and again they're also not doing monthly pay-per-views either. So but I think the price point of pay-per-views and the amount of pay-per-views once they get into their TV deal is going to be interesting to kind of keep a watch on as well. Delbert says he is going to fight for the Fallen without question. Derek says fight for the Fallen. Kristen says fight for the Fallen, and our old friend Adam Lonkar says Evolve.
Yeah.
So a little bit of mix there.
And again, you can check out Evolve. I know they've run Maryland, Pennsylvania quite often, New York.
Absolutely.
So they are definitely close, and I think that's what regionally. I think anybody checking out Evolve first. I think.
Well, and again, I think it obviously.
They've got a banger of a card too. Like
they
have NXT talent on
the
these
WWE
cards.
is going to be in Philadelphia on Monday, or on Sunday night. So it is. It's going to be very easy to have a TV crew set up and we're putting that on the network. Like I also don't think it's coincidence that
right.
They're literally right down the street on Sunday night, so it's everything works out. I don't think it's I don't think this whole thing was a shot across the bow by any means. And my whole theory from the beginning was like, the proceeds for Fight for the Fallen, at the event are going to victims of gun violence.
Yep,
and the families of so. Which is obviously a tremendous thing, awesome thing that AEW is doing.
Sure.
But if you're not in Jacksonville or in the greater Jacksonville area, or if you weren't going to travel to this show, Evolve airing on the WWE Network does not impact.
That was last weekend.
Does not affect Fight for the Fallen.
I agree.
Like there should be no drama, no war, no battle line.
Oh, this is
here.
over people bitching that the Evolve is on the WWE Network as a way to combat.
Right, as like they're trying to take away from a charity show. No.
The charity's from tickets, right?
Right, correct. Right.
Eh.
And here's the thing, like, and I would certainly hope that AEW has, like whenever you've watched like a after a tragic event or a natural disaster or something like that, and they do like a telethon thing. They have a thing where you can text, Red Cross to 52512 or something. Don't actually do that. I don't know what that does.
You should have gave our number.
We don't have a number.
Oh shit! We
don't have a donate number.
We need to set up a donate number.
We should.
Wait, that's our Patreon page.
We should. We should do that. No, we should just we need to figure out how to do that. And just be like, hey, text 3 count to that.
Yeah.
You know, and then just, so people
Nobody
just
would
send
Get
it
a
away.
random unsolicited picture from one of us.
No, it would just Jesus.
Is
I'm
that
glad-
not what you were talking about?
But like, I would certainly hope that
Thank
AEW
you for being the vulgar one.
that AEW is going to have some form of like, you know, hey, if you can't be here in Jacksonville, this is how you donate.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that that's not only going to apply to live viewers.
Probably.
So, like, I don't know, like, WWE, they're not trying to take anything away. It's not trying to be some war. And, like, if you're going to stay home and watch Evolve.
You know what? And so what if it is? You all wanted the war.
Right. But it's a charity event, Ryan.
Whatever.
It's probably going to be sold out.
I'm dead inside. It doesn't impact
But
me.
here,
none.
but I think that's my only point is, like, here's the thing. If you're going to go to Fight for the Fallen, Evolve airing on the network should have no impact on your attending Fight for the
I
Fallen.
hear
And
what
if
you're
it
saying.
does, that's an indictment on AEW. That had nothing wrong with WWE for airing it or Evolve for having the show, which was previously scheduled. Like, that's an indictment on AEW. If you were going to attend a live show but would rather stay home and watch something on the network, that's a problem with AEW. So, you know, there really, in my mind, should be like there's no war, no controversy.
Tim, you're awfully quiet tonight.
I'm working on
I
trivia.
think he's
Just
he's
messing with
prepping
you.
trivia. We're not actually going to give a full rundown preview predictions on the Evolve show, but just to give you an
Because
idea.
also, like, I don't think the card is fully fleshed out either for the Evolve show.
No, I don't think it is either.
Like, I know Riddle's fighting
Riddle's
Kurt
fighting
Stallion.
Drew Gulak.
Yeah, Riddle Gulak. Who
Riddle
are both,
Gu- yeah,
I
Riddle
thought
Gu-
was it Riddle?
Riddle
Yeah.
Gulak. Akira Tozawa taking on Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. Baby. Anthony Henry, who we've seen around this area, is taking on Arturo Ruas. Babatunde taking on Colby Corino. Eddie Kingston and Joe Gacy versus AR Fox and Leon Ruff.
Heck yeah.
That match should be a banger. That's for the Evolve Tag Team titles.
My hope is that from all of this Evolve stuff, Eddie Kingston finally gets a chance in NXT.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be absolutely awesome. Brandy Lauren versus Shotzi Blackheart.
Hey, they got the women's match on.
There
Look
you
at
go.
that. Good for them. I mean, it wasn't on for a while. That was your last match out, I believe.
Yes, it was. That was a fan poll, I
Yes,
believe,
yes.
yesterday.
Made it happen.
JD Drake versus Austin Theory in a winners take all match for both the WWN Championship and Evolve Championship. So I mean, and there's
Jim,
other
I'm going to
matches.
hit you with this. A few years ago, we went, and I believe this to be very accurate. I might be wrong. We went to a show, Hybrid, at the
Yes.
Lighthouse place, the very first one. And it was AR Fox versus Zack Sabre Jr. was the main event.
Yes.
Two of AR Fox's students came up with them. One guy had a BMX bike gimmick. Remember that?
Yeah.
And the other guy was like a young guy with like longish blonde hair. That's Austin Theory now.
No fucking shit.
Changed his last name
No
to
kid.
Theory.
Wow.
And like mad bulked up.
Yeah.
The guy's fantastic. He was, I think, the standout like of the night that we weren't sure of. But yeah, it was really cool. And it's awesome to like see this card because a lot of this we saw at Legacy Wrestling. So tip my hat to those guys.
I mean,
we saw AR Fox on the regular.
I mean, we've
at
seen Eddie
Legacy
Kingston.
Wrestling.
Shotzi Blackheart's been in the area.
Right,
I mean,
she was up there with Tate a couple times.
Drew Gulak, Matt Riddle, Anthony Henry. I mean,
Right, Henry was a regular in
we,
Legacy.
We have seen, so many of the Colby Corino. I think
He was a
did
cruiserweight
some,
champion in Atomic.
Yeah. So I mean, it's that's another cool part about obviously the journey we've been on. And just,
Joe Gacy, I mean, we've seen him a lot around here.
yeah, absolutely. So that card in and of itself going to be very, very solid. But since we're talking about Fight for the Fallen and look at us. Here we are almost an hour in and not really talking about WWE yet. So, which again, I just want to remind people because apparently there was some confusion with some Twitter followers a couple weeks ago. We do not work for the WWE. Just want to remind everybody that as much as I'd love to, we do not work there, at least as of this time. So, again, this Saturday night, if you are not at an independent wrestling show. You can check out Fight for the Fallen. It is airing live on BR Live for free. This from All Elite Wrestling. It is taking place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Again, all event proceeds will be donated to victims of gun violence. Now, there are 8 matches that were announced. One was, I guess, just made official earlier today. And there are also 2 women that are going to be on this show that, as of now, do not have an opponent. They may be facing each other. That is not known as of this point. Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, will be in action at Fight for the Fallen, and B. Priestley, former guest of this show,
Sure is.
way back in the day, will be making her AEW debut. And Matt says, and I agree, that whoever she faces, she will be victorious. Not an official prediction, but that's again now. Chris Jericho will be at this show. I'm sure he will still want his thank you from the EVPs of AEW. But let's get to the 8 matches. You have a triple threat tag team: Dark Order versus Angelico and Jack Evans versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Intern Mark and I have the Dark Order, and Matt has Angelico and Evans.
I will go with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
I'm going the Dark Order.
Yeah, I just think the way they've been building them, I would be shocked.
Can I buy a piece of gum from you?
I mean, you can have a piece of gum.
I'll pay you back later.
You
if you
don't
know what I mean.
Why? See, why do you say things like that?
I'll give you some money for it. What the hell do you think I meant?
Why do you say it like that?
Weirdo. Oh, I got 2. Do you mind to hand one? I'm going to give you a handy.
Oh, yeah. You're such a gentle lover.
Such a gentle touch,
I
right?
gave Tim a handy. Can I borrow a pen?
Well done. Then we got
It's an old inside one.
Sonny Kiss versus Peter Avalon with Leva Bates. Shut the fuck up. Myself, Matt.
Why didn't you respond to my tweet?
Which tweet?
You know which tweet.
Oh, I did see it. I was wrapping up things at work, and that because I had to leave work early today.
Bitch.
Okay, so the little frame of reference. Tuesday night during.
I want you to weigh in on this, Tim.
Sure, go ahead.
Tuesday night during SmackDown, Roman Reigns was backstage with I don't remember the SmackDown backstage broadcaster.
Sarah
Sarah
Schreiber,
and you could hear
they
audible
called Sweetheart.
You could hear audible boos from the crowd, and I simply tweeted that I do not understand why people still boo Roman Reigns. So then,
Are you sure they weren't going ooh?
No, it was definitely a boo.
I don't get people booing Roman anymore.
Okay.
Hashtag SmackDown Live. I just wanted to quote it.
There you go.
SmackDown hashtag SD,
SD Live.
So, what did Ryan do today? I just want we want to be factually accurate.
Well, I don't have what you tweeted
Why start now?
about it.
Why?
You quote tweeted something.
Okay, well look that up.
All right, I'll look that up. I had everything saved.
Right, you wanted to be you want to be factually accurate, so let's be factually
Only
accurate.
when it's convenient.
Right, exactly. That's really what it is around here. That we will only be accurate and things when it is convenient to a point we're trying to make myself.
So somebody
included.
said, "Is the AEW librarian storyline funny, or do you wish it would just go away?" And it was a poll.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of James responding to the poll, he quote tweets.
I did vote in the poll, by the way.
I wish it would go away. So then I take James' post from Tuesday that says, I don't get people booing Roman anymore, and changed it to, I don't get people booing librarian anymore. And just put that there, and I just, as I roll my eyes. Because it's exactly the same thing. Because wrestling truly is subjective.
But it's not the same thing.
It is exactly the same thing.
It is not the same
One
thing.
is AEW, one is WWE. You have to defend one. You won't defend the other.
No, it's not
That
the
is
sa-
the difference.
Oh no.
It's first off, it's not the same thing because the librarians have been a thing for what, 3 months?
And the librarians haven't had the Lukey.
Well, and I'm not even bringing that into it because
I am.
Well, here's
he
the
should
thing.
get a pass for at least a full year because he's back with leukemia.
Well, no, and it's all depending.
He won a daggum ESPY for it.
Right. No, I
Is
agree.
that over?
Yeah, that was last night.
Oh, I tried to vote again today.
Yeah,
Like
Roman Reigns
here's
won.
the deal.
Too late.
I'm not bringing that into it because if WWE had chosen to turn him heel, then by all means boo away.
Right.
Or like, if the WWE was like over the top, giving him, carte blanche to the Universal or WWE title and playing up that into the storyline, then I could see I could almost justify people getting frustrated with like the force feeding Roman Reigns. But Roman is nowhere near the main event picture. Roman is not holding a title. He is not even showing up on Raw anymore, so the wild card rule doesn't even apply to him.
He was on
Literally,
Raw
the Librarians, all three cover that. They're on the pre-show, not in any sort of championship, and I forget what the first thing you said.
Except
right, so it's
people
not the same
boo
thing.
the Librarians because the gimmick is bad. People boo Roman Reigns because we can't
The
boo
gimmick
John
is
Cena
bad.
anymore. Because we can't boo Roman Reigns' gimmick is not bad.
It's stale and bad.
What's stale about it?
What isn't stale about it?
You don't
You know
answer-
what's not stale about it?
You want to answer my question with a
fact that
question?
he had leukemia. That's what's not stale about it.
But that's not his
literally the
character-
reason
that's not
you
his
said that we
character.
can't boo him.
I'm saying
because
you
he had
shouldn't boo him.
leukemia. That's what's.
But you
factual
you
about
also shouldn't boo him for the fact that every time he wrestles, it is a great match.
it. Jesus Christ!
It is.
I feel like I'm arguing with James now,
No, you're not. You're arguing with somebody like a little different.
and I'm not. I'm gonna. He's putting on 5-star bangers.
He's putting on really good matches. I'm sorry, he's not Kenny Omega, and he's not.
I'm
putting
not
on-
even a Kenny
Right,
Omega
I don't,
fan.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time Roman wrestled in Japan, so I don't know if it was.
Yeah,
5
he's
stars
never.
or not.
Well, he was there. He was just recently there.
But here's the deal.
But it wasn't
I-
televised.
I'm going to just break it down real simple.
It is subjective, and that's why people choose to boo Roman Reigns.
No, I don't
No
think.
different than you not liking the gimmick of the Librarians.
No. People, but here's the thing. I want them to go away because I don't like them. People boo the Librarians because they're fucking heels. That's why people boo the Librarians.
But they're
They are.
Stone Cold was a heel, and people cheered him.
Because he was cool.
Correct.
Right.
The Librarians aren't cool.
They're not supposed to be. They're fucking librarians.
Exactly.
Right. They're heels.
Right.
That's why people
So
boo
you
them.
storyline
It's
want
not
them
the
to
same
go
thing.
away, or you
No,
legitimately
I legitimately
don't
want that. I hate the fucking gimmick.
Exactly, because that is your opinion.
Right. But them being booed is because they're a heel. So
People
it
that
is not
choose
the
to
same
boo them.
thing.
It's exactly the
No,
same
it is
thing.
not the same thing whatsoever.
It's the same thing as people going to a show and having the goddamn right to chant CM Punk at something that they don't enjoy. They bought the ticket. They have the right to do it.
Right. But
Subjectively speaking.
But I don't have to understand why they do it. That was my point with Roman Reigns. I don't get why people boo Roman anymore. WWE did everything with Roman Reigns that was asked of them. Stop shoving him down our throats. Stop giving him title reigns. Stop putting him in the main event. They've done all of that, and people still boo him. Not because he's stale, but because it's fucking cool to do it. That's why they're doing it. That doesn't make sense to
Who
me.
gives a shit the reason why? They have the fucking choice to do it.
When did I say they didn't?
When I'm telling you the reason. I'm helping you try to get it. They have the choice to. It's not hard.
But they're
I just don't get why you don't get it.
They're wrong, though.
But they're not.
They are.
Because in a subjective world, there can't be right or wrong.
Yes.
Then it is no longer subjective.
Exactly. It's not.
But it is subjective.
They're wrong.
We will beat that to the ground here. You sound like Adam Lavelle telling me that wrestling is not subjective.
For the record, I don't ever compare me to that.
I
scum.
just did.
First of all, I'm being very tongue in cheek. If you couldn't tell by my Donald Trump voice,
That's fair.
But also,
I'm a little turned on this. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know
either.
why either. Do you boo Roman Reigns?
I don't give a shit one way or the other.
Fair.
I really don't.
Fair.
I don't, honest to God, give a shit about much. We were talking about this the other day. There's not much that really impacts me that much that I give a shit about.
True.
But I mean,
Like, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be entertainment. If for some reason I don't like something, you know what? I might fucking boo it one week and cheer it the next.
Yeah.
I am
Here's
that
the thing.
wishy-washy on it.
And honestly,
It's how it's presented.
It did not affect me anywhere near the point that it's apparently affecting you.
I didn't tweet about not getting it.
All I said when they booed him, it just kind of started. I was like, I don't get why people boo him anymore.
Well, I told you why.
that was literally
The WWD did everything right,
yeah. They did
including giving him leukemia for him to be a face.
Okay, Dave.
Well, if you
okay,
ask
Dave
Dave
Meltzer.
Meltzer, he didn't
Okay,
have
Dave
leukemia.
Meltzer.
We need to cheer him.
I'm not telling people what to do.
Well, if I don't do what you would want me to do, you're not going to get it and tweet about you not understanding why I'm doing it.
So here's the
So to save you the hassle of tweeting it, we will just cheer Roman from now on in.
here's the thing.
Yes.
If Bailey,
Thank you.
if right,
'Cause that's what you're
exactly
supposed to
right.
do.
If you actually follow WWE correctly, then I won't be mad at you. But like if Bailey retains on Sunday, I will go, I don't understand why she retained on Sunday.
I mean, I would understand why she wrote it.
But like to me, I will be like, huh, that seems kind of weird. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be my response.
True.
Like, so my interpretation of while I'm watching the show and I hear people boo, this is just what came into my head. I said, I don't care why people do that. I'm being social on social media. That's all it was.
Okay.
That's all the tweet was. But it is not the same as the librarians. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know why they boo the librarians.
I mean, they're heels.
I think
that's why.
I think it's a great gimmick. We need more of it.
No, they're fucking awful. It is.
We just need a whole fleet of librarians.
Yeah, a whole
just going around shushing people.
shushing people, and then like they're gonna get hardcore.
Hi,
and hit
Robert.
people with books. Big thick books like Moby Dick.
Hit him with late fees.
All right, let's continue down the road. I think we didn't make our predictions yet. Myself, Matt, Mark all have Sonny Kiss winning because let's just keep having the librarians lose, get them out of here.
Yeah, after all that, Sonny Kiss is gonna win.
Yeah, Sonny Kiss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Then we have a tag team match: SoCal Uncensored versus the Lucha Brothers. Myself, Matt, and Mark all have the Lucha Brothers. Lucha Brothers need a win bad. It feels weird to say it only 3 shows, but I think they need a win. So Lucha Brothers, all 3 of them.
SoCal.
Lucha Bros.
All right, let's go to 6-man tag match: Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela versus a team that makes no sense: MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Sean Spears. I have Havoc, Allin, and Janela, as does Matt. Intern Mark has MJF, Guevara, and Spears.
Yeah, there's no way MJF and Sean Spears are going to coexist if you want to follow storylines. So Havoc, Allin, and Joey Janela should win a very quick match.
I think it makes for very interesting television if they do win. But I think that the team of Darby Allin and Joey Janela and Jobber number 3, sorry, Jimmy Havoc. He's I don't know your name, Jimmy. I'm sorry. I lost.
But yeah, I think that MJF and Spear, that team is going to dissolve. I think Sammy Guevara is probably going to eat the pin because he might be left alone.
Or Sean Spears puts some work in on MJF and like drops him, and MJF takes the pin.
See,
Get some simpy on MJF.
I don't think you want any simpy.
Oh,
on
I
him.
do.
Oh no.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to a singles match: Adam Page versus Kip Sabian. Matt has Sabian, but myself and Mark have it's Page.
No way Page
Don't
loses.
Don't he know the Hangman is winning the
it has to
AEW
be
belt
Page.
in
No
like a
way
month
Page
and a half?
loses.
Like, and here's
Hangman.
like, and there's
Old horsey boy.
There's probably like a sick part of me that wants Sabian to win just to like see people try to defend it. Like, because it has to be Page. Page is the answer. All right, then you got a tag team match: Cody and Dustin Rhodes versus the Bung Yucks. Mark has the Rhodes brothers. Matt and I have the Young Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bucks of Youth here.
I'm gonna go with the actual brothers.
Okay.
That'd be the Young Bucks.
Yeah. What do you mean the actual brothers?
Well, Cody,
like not half brothers.
Cody and Dustin don't share both parents.
Well, okay. I mean, like they're still kind of brothers.
Yeah.
So the full brothers, not the half brothers.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha. This match is really interesting to me really interesting to me of how, because like I mean I say the Young Bucks, Cody and Dustin could easily win, but just I'm curious to see how it all works together.
There's a lot of executive vice
Is there no
presidents.
Moxley on this show for real?
It doesn't look like it.
At this point, I just realized that. All right, singles match: Shima versus Kenny Omega. Matt and Mark have Omega. I have Shima picking up the win.
I just don't know enough about SEMA, and like shame on me for that. So I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega.
I got Kenny Omega too.
I mean, Omega probably makes more sense, but I just like saying Shima. Singles match: Brandy Rhodes and Allie. Intern Mark has Brandy. Matt and I have Allie picking up the win.
Is this Brandy's first match on TV?
And yes. In AEW.
I have to go with Brandy then.
I'll behave because I had a really clever answer.
Did you hope it's an evening gown match?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm not that bad. I got Allie. I think because I watch a lot of the YouTube stuff.
Okay, you do.
There's a good segment. There's a good video from the Nightmare Family that is the Road to Fight for the Fallen, where Brandy talks about her former competitive nature as a figure skater as a child. And so she goes into detail about letting people down in a competitive level. And all she wants to do is to prove it to herself and to her family that she can actually be successful.
You know, telling me this, I hope to God Allie fucking clubs her in the knee before the match, and they pull a Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan angle. Fa-dunk.
Well, what's Brandon?
was that Jeff Gillooly?
What's Braxton Sutter doing?
Right.
Jeff
Wear that mask.
Gillooly.
Was that his name?
Yeah, I think
the guy's
I think
name?
it was.
God, that name does ring a bell.
Now,
Winner's Alley.
because Tim, you're obviously you said you're very much into you watch like the road.
Yeah, I follow that product.
The road to you were being the elite and all of that. Now, do you think that that's something that is sustainable once TV begins, or do you think it ends at All Out?
I think
or at October 2.
They've talked about it. And they're curious as to see how sustainable it can actually be. Right now, the YouTube vehicle is definitely driving a lot of the stories because they don't have TV. But what the problem is that like the Nightmare Family is a Cody and Brandy centric YouTube channel, and Being the Elite is a Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, SoCal Uncensored, branded YouTube channel.
Okay.
Or YouTube series. So it's doing a disservice to like the remainder of the talents that are on because it's under the vehicle of the Young Bucks or under the vehicle of Cody and Brandy Rhodes. So once AEW television rolls around, I think there's going to be YouTube stuff, but I think it's going to be less centered around the Young Bucks and Cody and more centered around AEW as a whole through the AEW channel, but it may be done in the same vein as a Being the Elite or a Nightmare Family. It's just going to be branded more with
now and answer that. Maybe they haven't addressed this at all in the video series or anything like that. But how is like are Cody and the Bucks and Kenny gonna be a major part in the writing and booking of the TV shows? Are they gonna have people helping them? Have they kind of addressed how the product, because obviously WWE, we know they have the writing teams, and now you have Heyman and Bischoff, and our best wishes to Big E as he is Eric Bischoff as he is now traveling cross country, 1,300 some odd miles or something to his new home in Stamford. So safe travels, Mr. Bischoff.
So I believe all of the EVPs have kind of worked together and like collectively come up with storylines, and I think Tony Khan has a little bit of a hand in it, but not as much. I think he's leaving, as a smart businessman would, leaving the professional stuff to the professionals. They're not asking him to balance books he's not asking them to balance books and work out business deals.
Okay.
They're not asking him to write weekly episodic television.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's very curious. I don't know exactly who's on or off the writing team. I just know that from interviews with Cody and with Tony Khan, that they have a loose idea of where they're going with things for the next year.
Okay. No, obviously there'll be
that's subject to change.
Numerous factors that can change,
and most of them are injury related.
Sure, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
There's definitely options out there.
Some of them are Sasha gets grumpy and leaves for a little while.
She ain't going nowhere, baby.
Well, no. I'm just saying,
no, there's a picture of her in Japan. It's happening. You saw that picture. There was Japanese writing on the ring apron.
I watched WWE television this week, and they pounded into the ground the fact that Bayley...
Meltzer saw a picture of her working out in Japan.
And he pounded.
Right. They pounded into the ground the fact that Bayley has
no
friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right.
First of all, he's too old to come like that.
I'm not stupid.
His is more like a...
Come on, little buddy.
This erection brought to you by Blue Chew. But I'll be very curious to see how all of it plays out. But yeah, I mean, you can map things out, and to what degree WWE maps things out, I don't truly know. I mean, week to week TV seems very sporadic, but that may also be changing with Bischoff and Heyman in charge.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yes. But it's going to be interesting. Just look back at a couple things from Raw and SmackDown this week. Again, if you're following along in the live video, give it a like, give it a share, get as many people in here as possible. We'd appreciate that. And interact with us. Comment there. We'll, if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask them in the live comment. So obviously Heyman... And this is what I really like, because obviously we know Raw is Heyman, SmackDown is Bischoff. But Paul Heyman came out this past Monday, and it was not as I'm in charge of Monday Night Raw. It was I'm the advocate for the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, Brock Lesnar, and on Sunday he's going to cash it in. He's not going to, though. But he said Sunday he is going to cash it in. So
the promo though was great.
Oh, the promo was fantastic.
He leads more, and you didn't watch either, but he basically comes out and he says, "At Extreme Rules, my client Brock Lesnar will cash in the Money in the Bank." Now I have never, I haven't gone back. I haven't sullied any spoilers. He calls it, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. I've never ruined a spoiler. Every time I said it was a spoiler, it's happened. Now, that is to tell you that I don't lie when I say it is a spoiler. But now would be the perfect time to lie and tell you that it is a spoiler when it's not. So, am I telling the truth? Or am I just trying to get Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston paranoid at the fact that Brock Lesnar could cash in and won't?
Okay.
Yeah, it's mind trickery.
The only way Brock cashes in my opinion, is if Corbin goes over and he cashes in on Corbin.
So, save us Brock Lesnar.
That sets up
Brock Lesnar. What if he cashes in on Lacey Evans?
That's fine too. Lacey Evans will just hit him with the woman's right.
Business. We'll shoot from the hip.
And we said
this
shoot.
Sunday,
this is real.
There is a pay-per-view. It's entitled Extreme Rules.
He knows a thing or two about those.
He does.
Happen to know something about the word extreme.
He does.
The show will emanate from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
He knows Phil.
He knows it.
He does.
Happen to know a lot about extreme in Philadelphia.
Tony Luke's rules.
I love you,
So
Tony Luke.
here it is. this Sunday in Philadelphia at Extreme Rules, my client, Brock Lesnar, will cash in the Money in the Bank contract against either WWE Champion Kofi Kingston or the Universal Champion Seth Rollins.
Or Baron
And
Corbin.
That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Now, if you think back, I haven't violated a spoiler since before WrestleMania 30. So if I were to ever want to put out some misinformation, I built up my credibility enough that this would be the time for me to lie. So I've either given you a heads up on a historical event that happens this Sunday, or I'm screwing with Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston. Only I know the answer. Oh yeah, one other being knows the answer too. The former and future reigning, defending, undisputed, universal, and or WWE champion, Brock Lesnar.
He's so good.
I fucking love Paul Heyman. He is so good at what he does.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. He does a good job.
He is so good at what he does. But yeah,
And he speaks good.
he speak real good.
He speaks very well.
He make the good words.
So Tim, you weren't here to talk about this last week. Obviously,
I was dead.
you were dead. Last week there on Monday Night Raw, there was supposed to be a mixed tag match, and then Maria Kanellis dropped a pipe bomb or
Yeah, I'm having a baby.
weird nuclear bomb on the thing. Obviously, the demasculation of Mike continued this week on Raw.
Yes.
I think the kind of consensus between Ryan and I we had last week was it just kind of came out of nowhere. Not unlike Randy Orton's RKO's. Where are you at on this Maria Kanellis, Mike Kanellis drama, baby daddy, maybe not the baby daddy? Because to me, again, it doesn't bother me. I don't need this type of programming in my WWE. This has a very late 90s, early 2000s feel to it. I'm fine with it. I don't need it. So I guess I'm somewhat indifferent to it, but it just came out of nowhere to me.
I'm glad you asked me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I not only don't like it, I don't want it, I don't need it. To me, this is the wrong nod to the Attitude Era
Okay.
that we could get. For me, this is not entertaining. This is trash. This is borderline smut. The word that's being used around a lot is cuck.
Yeah. I was very surprised to hear the word cuck on WWE TV.
Correct. And so to me, I feel that we as a fan base and the WWE at large has tried for so long to clear the image of ultra violent, ultra racy programming that we've been so removed from it that when they give us even a smattering,
just a smidge,
it feels too much. I am not here for it at all. I think there is many other ways to have Mike and Maria Kanellis on television. I don't think they're being buried at all. It's not a burial because they're on television.
Right. If you're being utilized on TV, you're not being buried.
It's captivating, but to me, it's just... it's not necessarily the best move for me. And I understand that this is a me thing. It's not an everyone else thing.
Right.
It's a bit lowbrow.
I think it's a bit more than a bit, but
I would almost argue that we are not necessarily the target audience of that segment.
Right, but I also don't think that like what may be the target audience, maybe they're not the target audience either. Like the 18 to 34 demographic is a lot less rabid than the former 18 to 34 demographic.
Yeah, that may also be true.
Like because we are the jackass generation.
It's true.
We're
You know what breaks my heart? I just realized.
Shut up!
I'm outside of that 18 to 34 demo now.
yeah,
I'm in my
Yeah.
final year.
and I'm coming right up behind
As
you
of
guys.
last Saturday, I'm in my final year of
Yeah.
18 to 34 demo.
And
35, yeah. Shit.
So those late 90s and early 2000s of Jerry Springer and Ricky Lake
I love Ricky Lake.
and
Keep naming them.
Jackass,
Maury
I
Povich.
loved it.
like all of that stuff. Like there's a reason that those aren't on television anymore.
Jenny Jones.
Because there's no place for it. Like it's we as a society have aged out of that. And I mean, Paul Heyman ran ECW with these types of angles, not exclusively these angles, but the Raven Tommy Dreamer angle where Beulah McGillicuddy was the fat chick at summer camp and everybody poo-pooed on her, and then she got hot and did porn, and then Raven found her. Like, that's cool.
Well, and I don't think
In
that's
the
where.
late 90s.
Well,
I loved me some Beulah McGillicuddy.
Like, or when Sandman's
Has she been the woman
kid,
of the week?
I don't think she has.
when Sandman's kid gets brainwashed by Raven.
Loved it. Great angle.
Great.
Give me all of it right now. I still want it. It's a great
Well, here's the thing.
nostalgia.
I don't-
They're not building their show around one pregnancy angle.
They're not.
So sprinkle a little smut in. I'm fine with it.
No.
Are you okay with the holy shit?
I'm fine with holy shit.
Right, because it got people talking.
I think it was because the moment deserved a holy shit.
It absolutely did.
That
When's the last
was-
time we heard of shit
Now,
on WWE? I can't
now
even think.
what I had a problem with going along with that, because I missed last week, is that everybody and their mom was giving thoughts and prayers to Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman for
that
taking
was-
a little fall off of a stage through the Tron.
Well, and especially once they revealed that like Bobby Lashley was being released from the medical facility. At that point, your thought and prayer should just be for Braun Strowman.
Yeah, and then I'm not even going to go inside baseball. I'll say this. Poor use of camera work by the WWE showing the EMTs and everyone attending to Braun and Bobby. That's all I'm going to say.
What do you mean the shot from?
Yeah, that high shot.
I fucking
Loved
loved that.
It gave a little bit too much of the magic of it. I'll say that. I don't want to go.
Well, 'cause I think
Ho, ho, it's magic,
pilot.
you know.
What do you?
This is longer than I thought.
So.
There we go.
The-
I feel like we praised that yet last week, you and I.
Yeah, I absolutely
Heavily
loved
praised
it.
it because it's a shot we've never seen.
It is a shot we've never seen.
them like expose the boards to a ring, which
Correct.
is as inside baseball as you can get.
Correct.
Pulling up padding, like that's as inside we can get.
Correct.
So showing a little bit of backstage. They
Oh,
do
no, that's
things
not
from
what
Gorilla.
So what do
I'm
you?
talking about
that they weren't frantically assisting him, and they were just kind of like selling
That-
slowly.
that they may have the steps of the people that were being taken around the bodies were a little squishy.
Who'd they step on? Did they step on somebody?
They were stepping on something that wasn't the floor, and you could see people's steps.
Oh,
Sink.
Oh, I didn't
Oh, I
notice
didn't
that
even
one.
notice
I
that.
noticed it.
But
So you're talking like crash
I'm
pad. Okay.
I'm willing to bet
Thanks
that
for dancing around it that fucking long.
I didn't want to say it.
Everybody saw the crash pad with what's
With
his
Shane.
name? With
I mean,
Shane.
the
But
fucking-
Shane jumped off the top of an effing building. Braun and Bobby fell 12 inches.
Here's the thing.
I feel like I could kill somebody like of you and my
If-
stature and like being.
Here's the thing. Like it
Or
was
Jim, I don't
like
wanna
it
It's like
was
jumping
obvious-
off the apron.
right, but it was obviously meant to happen.
We could break our knee doing that. Have you
But,
seen
like,
us?
I
True.
I don't think that the majority of people who saw
Right,
that
right.
are going to see that.
And if I pulled the genie out of the tube for you guys, I'm sorry.
I
I'm
didn't
just
notice
giving
it.
my eyes.
Fair. Frank says, "What if it is, or maybe it'll be revealed that the father of Maria Kanellis' baby is Seth Rollins?"
Love it.
Fine, sure.
Give me all the smut.
See, but here's the problem. We live in the reality era. That if you start to do that, you're trying to reinvent kayfabe.
Yeah.
Well,
It's tough.
And here's the thing. I think that's that would be a very hard gimmick to sell, considering you're, really beating the drum of Seth and Becky are together outside of WWE. So like that I think that line would blur too much. That I don't think that's where the end game is.
I mean, could you blame Seth?
That's the question. Maybe that'll be the question. that
I'd take
particular-
Mike Kanellis right now over Seth.
Yeah.
You've seen he's cut.
But Raw, decent.
what
Not
we're
as
gonna
good as the
say.
prior week, but the prior week was one of the best shows we've seen
Yeah.
in a very long time.
SmackDown was
on the
gorgeous.
SmackDown was an absolute banger, but the man who wins the week is Kevin fucking Owens.
Mm-hmm.
My God. The start of SmackDown Live, that fucking promo. And here's a question. And it was verbiage in an article, I believe, on Cage Side Seats. So take that what it's worth. I think it was Cage Side Seats. But they're like, the worked shoot promo by Kevin Owens on Tuesday night was because like WWE hears criticism, and they're going to start addressing things like that on the show. Do you think that the term worked shoot in that aspect is accurate, and is that only just because it's we hear you, we're gonna like
There was nothing of what Kevin Owens said was a shoot.
right
Like that was an entirely worked
complete work.
promo.
Right, like
The shootest thing about it was he was probably given bullet points to make it come off as shooty.
Okay.
Like,
Right, like
this
he
is
was
the vein,
directed.
this
He
is the
wasn't
vein
reading
you're
a
going.
script.
This is the vein you're going in. Go off. And Kevin Owens is good enough on the microphone that he can carry a segment with a small amount of bullet points.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, let me give.
like this. Well, this is what I'll say. Like anytime somebody is shooting at Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, probably Triple H if it's suit and tie Triple H, or if like they're dropping, hinting, or outright saying it like Sami Zayn did AEW. Those people are not going off script, and if they are, you're going to see a future endeavor.
Or you're gonna get a nice talking to.
Right. Like, well, yeah, they're probably not going to fire anybody because they don't want to go across the way.
Right.
But like that they are working. They are not shooting. Let's try and be clear on that.
And now, the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tag team makes a lot of sense. Because now they are two sides of the same coin. Kevin Owens is the voice against the company, and Sami Zayn is a voice against the fans.
Yep.
Love it.
It's
Love it.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's really good. And then of course the KO stunner on Shane at the end of the show.
Kevin Owens has a great stunner.
He does have a
It's
great
a very basic retro stunner, but it is still great.
Now we will obviously get to the match prediction, but do you like Cesaro, Aleister Black?
Love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad that it's not what it's supposed to be due to injury. but originally that spot against Aleister Black is supposed to be Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, what? He's neck injury, right? Oof, that's
Neck
rough.
jammy.
That's rough.
But I am absolutely fine with this reinvigorated push for Cesaro. The more Cesaro I can get on my television, the better. Cesaro and Aleister Black are gonna
give me all the Cesaro.
They're gonna tear it up. And the fact that he's going all Heisenberg on it.
Love it.
And like, I am the one who knocks. And like the whole promo. Like, I was watching him walk around the chair, and he just had his hand, and I'm like, whose giant hand is that?
Yeah, I had no.
That hand is huge.
Big hands, big nipples.
Yeah, baby.
The biggest areolas in the business.
Kofi Kingston apparently dealing with a minor back injury, should be hopefully fine.
He'll be okay.
Come Sunday. But yeah, he was like pulled off house shows last week, didn't wrestle this week. That's fine.
That's
fine.
He's been used to working tag matches, and now he's working singles, so a lot of the bumps are on him now.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Otis is the fucking man.
Love him.
Let's just say that from SmackDown. I mean,
The sooner he can get away from Tucky, he can go. Tucky.
my God.
My favorite thing of Otis is not anything else. It's like Tucky will be talking, and then Otis will just be, yep.
I think I like Otis more because he's paired with Tucky.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Tucky brings that team down so much.
Tucker's dead voice and even deader eyes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Like,
Because
Otis
that
might
kid-
just be an average like guy, but
Because-
next to Tucky, he's like, God damn, this
because
guy's awesome.
that, I think, makes you want Otis more. If you
I
get
totally
if
agree.
you get all the Otis, you may not like him as much.
Can I just?
I love their finishing move too.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
The
compactor.
compactor,
It's great.
Like how the one guy bounces off. It's well executed every
Otis,
time.
Otis, I know you watch the show or you listen on iTunes or Stitcher or however you
does.
listen to podcasts. Brother, you gotta give me this before you drop the caterpillar.
Didn't he do it?
No, not on SmackDown. SmackDown, he just did the big wiggle, and then he dropped the elbow.
Yeah, he didn't do
The
that.
fans are programmed at the end of the worm to go, who. If you don't give us a who,
Right.
the-
we get confused.
the ceremony is not complete.
yeah,
a great
we
point.
feel weird. We feel weird.
I feel like the people watching along are like, he must be related to Otis because he's got similar build.
So yeah,
We're both strong.
we do have similar builds to those guys. But yeah, Otis shined in that match big time. All right, let's go to Sunday at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is, of course, WWE Extreme Rules. Again, Matt's predictions, if they're not up already, will be up on 3countthursday.com.
So this is new. The Reading Fighting Phils. Sorry to interrupt.
No. Is this
July the 12th.
Is this breaking news?
I think it is. So Friday,
tomorrow.
July the. Oh shit! This is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What
That's
the
the Chikara night, right?
What the freaking
Is
frack?
it the Chikara night?
I believe it's
think it-
Chikara
okay.
night. They're also going to have WWE superstar Drew McIntyre there.
Shut the front door.
Is that's new, correct?
I was unaware
I
of it.
knew Chikara was going to be there.
Damn.
But I did not know Drew McIntyre was going to be in
Holy
the house.
shitballs.
That's a big one.
This just in: Drew McIntyre to Chikara. Hit the button. He's sick of saying McMahon's shit, and he's gone.
Melt slice that one up.
He
Get
missed it. He missed it. Tribute to Pro Wrestling Night.
Again, Matt's predictions with Jess Watches Wrestling. You can follow her at Watches Jess on Twitter.
Real quick.
Three
Just want to hit this one home.
Okay.
$45 ticket gets you a photo with Drew, an autograph of Drew, and the ticket to the
game.
WWE live event at the Santander Arena
On Saturday.
on Saturday.
No,
Plus the
kidding.
ticket to the game.
No kidding.
That's
a pretty
real.
good freaking deal.
That's next week. This is the Reading show.
Okay.
Yeah, the 19th. Tomorrow's the
Wow.
12th.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. No kidding.
Wow.
That's that's pretty wild.
Wow.
Oh, Tony Atlas will also be in attendance.
Great.
He can stand on his face.
Yeah,
Jim.
exactly. All
Crush
right.
his fucking skull.
Ooh, what a weirdo. All right, let's go to, we'll start at the bottom. 10 matches on the card as it stands tonight on Thursday night. Tag team match for the Raw tag team titles. The Revival defending against the Usos. Intern Mark has the Usos. I have the Revival retaining.
I have the Revival retaining as well.
I have the Revival retaining.
Shallow and pedantic.
Shallow and pedantic indeed.
All right, last man standing match. Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Intern Mark and I both have Braun Strowman.
All of a sudden, this match sounds like a lot of fun to watch.
Kinda, yeah.
Braun Strowman.
I'm also going strong Broman.
Hey, no Bob.
I'm not finished with you!
Singles match for the United States Championship. Ricochet versus defending his United States Championship against AJ Styles. I have intern Mark. Yes, I have intern Mark winning the
his Raw debut.
I have myself and intern Mark. Both have AJ Styles. I think it could be a DQ situation though, like which I guess then maybe Ricochet would win. But I feel like Styles might win, but Ricochet will retain the title. Devin had Usos and Strowman in the first two matches, but Mark and I both have Styles.
I also have AJ Styles. I think he can do wonders to a mid-card division and really elevate that. So AJ Styles.
The winner of the Omaha Steaks championship match will be Rick O'Shea.
Rick O'Shea, and that's who Devin picked. Ricochet. Singles match: Aleister Black versus the Man Who Knocks, Cesaro. Mark and I both have Aleister Black picking up the win. Hopefully, the WWE has learned from the Bray Wyatt of the past, where you kind of build him up for a big feud.
Don't put that in my head now.
And then only to lose. So Aleister Black picks up the win.
Ali Black.
The Black Man.
All right. Triple threat tag team match for the SmackDown tag team titles. You have, of course, the champions Bryan and Rowan defending against the New Day. Big E and Xavier Woods defending against versus Heavy Machinery. Intern Mark and I both have Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan retaining.
This is like the only one I really picked that I want to happen.
Heavy Machinery.
I just want to see Heavy Machinery. Yeah, I do. I want to
mean,
see it so bad.
It's that pull the trigger moment.
I feel like they're not going to get much hotter. Well, maybe they could. I don't fucking know.
But I feel like WWE doesn't pull the trigger a lot when you want
I
them
agree.
to. So
I mean, except WrestleMania.
True.
I want the New Day. I always want the New Day.
Fair. Devin had
Otis
Aleister
isn't
Black
in the New
last
Day.
It's okay. I have Black Otis.
Okay, that's fair. That's true.
Imagine a tag team with Big E and Otis and just the shenanigans
Oh my God.
of Big E talking about all that smut he's talking about, and Otis just making those weird faces like, eh.
Did you notice the production mistake during SmackDown this week?
Where they played the New Day's
The music before Big E
and then
did
Big
it.
E comes out like, what the F was going on?
Yeah. But they played the music before the intro.
I'm impressed that he does that live.
Yeah.
Like that's impressive to see, and I love that they're showing it sometimes.
Devin has Heavy Machinery winning, and I still love that Kevin Owens
I love the Mac Daddies.
did that when Kevin Owens was in the New Day.
Yes.
The Big O. Not to be confused with Zack Ryder's Big O.
Yeah, sure. What?
More weights and more dates.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Singles match for the Cruiserweight title. Drew Gulak defending against Tony Nese. Mark and I both have Gulak winning. But isn't Gulak from around here?
Philly.
Yeah, that could spell danger.
A little town called Philadelphia.
That could spell danger, but I pick him nonetheless.
Gulak.
The gooey man.
Handicap match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley defending against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now, is this a situation of if Nikki pins Bayley, Alexa is the champion?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, they are going to be actually said.
Well, they said co-champions.
But I believe that if Nikki pins, it's Alexa's title.
Okay. Devin has Gulak in the last match. Because here's obviously where I think this whole thing is going. I think Nikki pins Bayley, Alexa goes back on her word of co-champions, because Nikki was very to the point. Now, this is also hoping that Alexa is healthy because she's been dealing with an illness.
Do you have any audio right now?
Do I?
Of Nikki Cross talking. Just anything.
Oh, probably.
Because I could love to hear it.
could probably.
It doesn't matter what she's saying. She could be reading the fucking phone book.
That's what I said.
It's
I would
so
listen
fun.
to a podcast of her reading.
I love her voice.
Nikki.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Nikki play.
Because she's trying so hard, I feel like, to fight her accent.
Nikki play.
Nikki, last night you defeated Bailey.
Nobody cares about you.
Again,
Nobody cares about you.
attacked me, and I learned real quick.
Shut up, Bailey.
And
Let's
I
get
became
that.
a champion
Shut
on
up.
my own.
Nobody cares about you.
So that was the real you. That was the real you last night. The person who attacked me completely unprovoked. Good to know. Alexa was right.
Listen to yourself.
Love it.
Do y'all remember Fun with Ahmed, where Ahmed Johnson, they would take Ahmed Johnson promos and they would try to subtitle the promo because Ahmed would like mush his words together?
Vaguely.
Is that a WWE thing?
It was it was like a fan. Did
Oh, a
it.
fan. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say.
I want people to try to subtitle
with
Nikki.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be awesome.
A person.
Pedersen. Devin has Bailey picking up the winning. But this is where I think this is going.
My pair son.
Is assuming Alexa Bliss. I mean, even if she doesn't get healthy, that she could easily Alexa stop. Jesus. Could very easily spin out of this. Is Nikki gets the win. Bailey goes again, or Alexa Bliss goes against her word, and Alexa stop. And I just gotta fucking mute the goddamn thing.
Alexa, play Country Roads.
No,
Oh, you missed it.
How
many plank lengths
Almost
are there in a light year?
That
West
Bliss goes
Virginia.
against her word, and that's the match at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Because
All right, I can hear
Nikki
it.
very explicitly said, like, we're going to be the first women's co-champions.
So you think it has to be one of them? Okay, have we even given our predictions yet? We haven't, right?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't miss it.
Mark
We were giving you a chance
Mark
to-
has Bailey.
That's fine. Just
I
wanted to make sure I
have
miss it.
I have Alexa and Nikki winning.
Okay. I had Bailey winning.
Okay.
I have Bailey winning.
Now,
It makes sense what you said.
Yes, because that's where I think this is.
I won't boo it either way, so just so
for
you're not
fuck's
upset
sake.
with me.
It also makes sense that Nikki takes the pin and then Alexa stomps her out.
Okay, that would make
Stomps
sense.
her out.
Stomp.
And then we go all the way to SummerSlam.
Is she from Glasgow,
Glasgow,
as well?
yeah,
Okay.
Glasgow.
Married to the big Damo.
Yeah, all right. Singles match for the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston defending against Samoa Joe. Mark and I both have Kofi retaining.
Yes.
Like, if you've gone this far, take the reign all the way to SummerSlam. Just do it.
Yeah, it's Kofi.
Kofi Kingston.
No holds barred tag team match. The Graveyard Dogs, is that what they're calling them?
The Graveyard Dogs.
The Graveyard Dogs. You can get your Graveyard Dogs shirt now.
The GYDs.
I didn't even think of that. Who gonna get no? Could they even do that theme? I don't think they could in this day. Devin has Kofi win.
Cakes.
But the Graveyard Dogs, The Undertaker and Roman Reigns taking on Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Mark has Roman Reigns and The Undertaker winning. I have Shane and Drew.
I also have Taker and Reigns. I just feel like Taker doesn't have much left. So just
I have
keep
the
having him win.
librarians. I mean, I got the Graveyard Dogs here. Taker's gonna have like the best match he's had. Like he's gonna erase all that notion of Goldberg. That
well,
bad
this is the
juju.
type of match he should be in at this point.
Yeah,
because, and here's the thing. I know there's people who do not want Shane McMahon in a WWE ring. This is perfect scenario because Reigns and Drew can do the heavy lifting, and you sprinkle Shane in there, you sprinkle Taker in there, and everybody goes home happy.
I'm just gonna be very sad because, and as an Undertaker fan, Drew McIntyre is about to make The Undertaker look really small.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
really small.
Well, wait until they're face to face in their one-on-one match at SummerSlam.
I can't wait. I've already got a semi-Woody. I can't wait.
I have Chubb.
But just
Devin has
imagine
Reigns
if
and
the
Taker winning.
if the Undertaker can pass, like the promo is, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but the old dog can teach the new dog a trick. And Roman Reigns, he fists
the Undertaker.
He fists himself and he pounds the mat, and then he pounds the mat, and then Drew McIntyre gets struck by lightning.
Struck by lightning.
Dark side lightning. Ka-chow. Lightning McQueen drops on.
Who was I just talking to? Maybe it was somebody on Twitter. But like, they said they were bummed out when they went to a show once and the lightning effect was not in arena. That was all for TV. Like they had a sound effect of like thunder and lightning, but the actual visual lightning. I'm like, yeah, they don't have a Tesla coil. Like they don't travel. Like they don't travel with a Tesla coil.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's you know, it's again, it's
Love
a
the
TV
sound
show.
effects you're making.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really
you're
solid.
our own.
Well, let me
soundboard.
tell you, man, Booker T ain't been here for a while, so I gotta do my
Booker,
voices, man.
just we'll get to you, man.
Booker, stop.
Just
Is
go.
there-
Very nice.
Oh, it took. Look at that. It works for Alexa and Booker.
And all right, and then the final match of the card, the last chance winners take all mixed tag team Extreme Rules match for both the Universal Championship and the Raw Women's Championship.
Did you pull all the ribbon out of your, or
I got-
all the handkerchiefs out of your mouth?
I got winded, is what I did. Seth Rollins, of course, your Universal Champion, and Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion, who are a couple, by the way, if you did not know that.
What?
Defending against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans.
Go back to that last.
Wait, are you telling me?
You mean to tell me that the dude who sent the dick pics like two of you?
I entered Marquez, Seth, and Becky, and despite what I want to happen, I think Seth and Becky retain. I want Baron and Lacey to win, but I don't think it is going to happen. Devin has Seth and Becky winning.
I have the man and the man's man winning at Extreme Rules in Philadelphia.
In the last chance.
In the last
Winners
chance.
take all.
International, invitational only, all mixed tag team match. Fighting for the fallen.
I got 2.5 men winning.
Got it.
We've all seen the picture.
Baron was on the Preston and Steve show on Wednesday, so you can pull up they have their shows on demand.
Sure, ratings were an all-time high for that.
Hey.
And here's the thing: a guy I work with was on tour with Shinedown, and he has a really cool story because Baron Corbin is friends with some of the guys in Shinedown. He actually met Baron Corbin. So he's a really cool dude. Listen to Preston Steve show on the archive from this week when Baron was on. He does sound like, whether or not you like him as a sports entertainer, sounds like a totally legit dude. So I do highly recommend that segment there. All right, just a couple of news pieces here before we hit trivia time. Damian Sandow, otherwise known as Aaron Stevens, announced his return to wrestling after being retired for 2 years. He'll make his return at Battle Arts Pro Academy's show on July 13th. So that is this weekend.
Yeah, he calls himself the Millennial.
The Millennial Slayer?
The Millennial, yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I'm on board for this. I love Damian Sandow. I love Aaron Steven or Aaron Rex or whatever the fuck he was.
Rex
in
in
Impact. Like, yes, please find your way back to us.
Rump Shaker? Is that Rex in Effect? Is that what he's saying?
Save us, Damian Sandow, please. I would welcome him back. With
what kind of arms would you welcome him back with?
With arms wide open.
Look at you.
With arms wide open.
Under the sun.
There was earlier in the week there was a little dust up with Limitless Wrestling and AEW and Sean Spears about Spears not being able to be on this show because he was going to have some AEW commitment. Tommy Dreamer was scheduled to take his place. Not long after that, AEW had cleared Sean Spears to appear, and Tommy Dreamer will still be on that show. Here's the thing. Cool, awesome of AEW to obviously heed the backlash, the little bit of backlash that there was for Spears still attending. But, my first reaction was WWE get murdered for it. But
what you don't know is that AEW has been doing this silently for like the last 2 months. This is the first time that they've ever been called out for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Limitless was big enough to, I think, call somebody out, but there was a few independents. I mean, smaller indies, which, again, I don't...
Because Sean Spears was scheduled to wrestle at True Wrestling and was pulled out.
Oh, he was pulled out of True. Oh, I didn't know that.
See, because here's the thing. Like, WWE...
That's from Berwick? That's close, right?
Like, WWE, to their credit, lets guys finish out their commitments.
Well, see, the thing is that...
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
In October...
Or they can just buy it out.
Yeah. In October, they were supposed to have all of their indie dates set for up to October by May. And then if they booked anything after May before October, it had to go by AEW.
Okay.
So come October, these guys are truly off the indies.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
Or are there exclusions?
Yeah.
Somebody like a Joey Janela and like his spring break shows.
I think that is a Joey Janela exclusive thing.
That's a GCW thing.
Yeah.
It's under the GCW banner, Joey Janela.
I think those that have signed exclusive contracts are off.
Well, see, I thought that part of the deal was that, like, and maybe it's some smaller companies, but I thought part of like the thing that was going to make AEW so much better for the worker was that because they're not going to be a touring like house show brand, that they are still going to get to work indies.
I don't know if it's going to be. I think those that are signed exclusively won't be in the indies.
Okay.
So obviously, like your Jerichos and your bigger,
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Or, hi William, how you doing, bud? Okay. I think I'm fine with it either way. However it pans out. Obviously, there was a report earlier this week. Sasha Banks' return is imminent after things between her and WWE have been, quote, smoothed over. She's shared some pictures on her social media training in Japan. Again, WWE making some big hints. Could probably come as early as Sunday.
Time wounds all heals.
Exactly. PW Insider reported this week that both Johnny Impact's contract with Impact Wrestling as well as their former tag team champions LAX both expired recently. Both of them finished up with the company at Slammiversary. Johnny Impact and Impact Wrestling are in discussions about trying to bring him back. LAX reportedly has an offer in hand from AEW, but WWE wants them as well. So that's definitely something to watch. Obviously, LAX is going to make a splash wherever they go, and I'm curious to see if Johnny Mundo re-signs with Impact or if he goes somewhere else as well. But those are two. Those are a team and a singles that are going to be very interesting to watch to see where they end up.
Yeah, I mean LAX has kind of carried that blue Impact TNA banner for quite some time. I don't even know what variation of LAX are we in. I don't even know.
This is the
I'm familiar with like Homicide and Hernandez LAX.
and Ortiz.
Okay.
EYFBO.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And Impact, yeah. I mean, Johnny Mundo, that's a big name still.
Yeah. I mean, we just saw him up at PPW back this winter.
Probably near the twilight of his career, but
aren't they? I mean, he's what, late 30s?
He's on the
wrong side of 30. I know that
That's
much.
for damn sure.
I'll look real quick.
So what was the wrong side of 30? I'm
34. I thought
I'm peaking.
You are.
I'm in
right.
my peak year.
You're on the
now.
twilight.
Yeah, I'm on my
of your career now.
I just tried to use Twitter as Wikipedia.
That happens.
Yeah. Also, and William brings up a great point. It'll be curious to see what happens with Ty Valkyrie wherever, of course, Johnny.
Oh, that's very
Johnny
good point.
lands. So a good call there, William.
Johnny doesn't know.
He is 39.
Oh,
yeah. I knew he was.
I mean,
late.
I'm not saying that that's old. I'm just saying that
Well, to put it in perspective, AJ Styles is 43.
43. BlueChew.com. As Tim alluded to earlier, Roman Reigns took home an ESPY last night. Of course, WWE. It was the best WWE moment of the year. Of course, after battling leukemia, it was the winner. I forget what the other three.
Becky Lynch wins double titles. Ronda Rousey wins
and Kofi
the title, and Kofi Kingston wins the title.
Like I think
it's all WrestleMania and leukemia. Of course, it's gonna fucking win.
I mean,
and they got cheered so well, which is what's really important coming out of the ESPYs.
Good God, yeah. Somebody really doesn't care. Really
Zero
doesn't care. Sure,
I'm gonna sleep great tonight.
Sure. Well, yes.
And I took a 3-hour nap after work today. Suck it.
Yeah, it must be fucking nice, dude.
God,
what's up, Eric?
I rode out of work at 1:30. It was great. Sheesh.
What a douchebag.
So good. What's going on, Eric?
Booker Tree.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Booker T, man. I was set to go to StarCast 3, and then something happened, and my boss told me I couldn't do it.
You just want to read the quote?
I'll read it.
Oh, there's a quote.
Yeah, it's
I want to set the record straight here, especially as far as the StarCast event goes. Let's start by going in chronological order. You and I were at the last StarCast in May. We had a great time in Vegas, dog. The fans were really awesome. The autograph signing went well. It was a great experience for me, but I remember after StarCast, and you and I were talking at the event, and I said I wasn't going to do StarCast next time because I didn't think it was right for me, working for WWE and StarCast. Then Conrad, big head, Conrad, he texted me a date, wants me to do an autograph signing. The signing was August. That day in Chicago, he told me all that. He said StarCast. I didn't know it was StarCast. Then I found out it was StarCast until my man Brad, my big man Brad, he texted me and said, "You doing StarCast?" I was like, "No, dog, I ain't doing that." He goes, "Well, they're advertising you." And I said, "Oh, hell no, they ain't advertising me for StarCast." Now it's turned into Tracy Morgan, so I'm going to read the rest as Tracy Morgan. He said the correspondence was just an autograph signing. But that date, like I said, it was mentioned in one line verbally, and it was StarCast. It said, "Hey, Book, you want to do StarCast 3? I said, "Hey, man, no, but I appreciate it."
Poor Eric just said he's new to the show, and he's tuning into this shit. I'm so sorry, Eric. We're better than this.
No,
Actually,
we're not.
We may not be.
No, we're not. I'm Tracy Morgan. But I was never booked for StarCast. I was never booked for a date. I don't even know how to spell StarCast. WWE had zero to do with it. Didn't pull me as well. WWE is scrambling to find somebody because it wasn't for WWE booking. It was supposed to be StarCast for the beginning. I love the Harlem Heat.
Right in my eye.
You wear glasses.
For that reason. They're protective.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
I'm Tracy Morgan.
Oh my God. That was the best, worst thing that
What
ever
happened? What happened with my Booker T and Tracy Morgan is the same thing that happens with my Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
You just have to add a little more gruff in the back.
Man, yeah, Eric, all you guys watching it, you have to tell your friends that if they miss that, they need to.
I feel like you got winded during that, Tim.
I mean,
What are you trying to say, dog?
I mean, I get winded talking sometimes.
So the
too.
whole gist of this was Booker T. So Conrad reached out to Booker, right? It was like, hey, do you want to do an autograph signing? Booker's like, yes. And then he's like, oh, it's at StarCast. Booker's like, no.
Well, he didn't say when it was. He didn't say what it was. He said, oh, it's August 31st in Chicago.
A signing. And then he found out it was
StarCast.
StarCast.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. I appreciate your efforts there.
I tried.
That
You hit a home run.
I'm a showman.
You hit big dingers for us, Tim.
So
My name is Alfred D'Elia. My friends call me Big Al. I
hit
hit dingers.
that kid is an American hero.
Legend.
Do we have trivia? It's been a few weeks.
It has been a few weeks now. You forgot about it.
William just said we lost 3 viewers because of me.
That's fine.
It was bound to happen.
We earned Eric.
It was bound to happen. Tim, do you have questions ready to roll?
I do. Let's hit it.
So for those who are new to the show, each week when all 3 of us are here, we do some trivia, and the person who wins the prior week, or in this case weeks ago, prepares 10 questions to present to the other 2 people in the room, and whoever wins this week will then have to prepare questions for next week.
This is our way to keep each other honest.
It is
and just a little bit of competition.
It is a rotating stream of trivia that we have here on the show.
Feel free to play along.
So Tim won, I believe it was now 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When we were all together last. So, Tim, what is the theme? What are we?
It's all random.
Okay.
Potpourri.
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 10 questions varying from easy to easy. Here we go. Number 1. Who was the 6th member of the NWO?
Jim.
Yes.
Vincent.
No.
Oh my God. Ted DiBiase.
6, dog. It's 6.
Oh, it's 6.
It was a trick question. God damn it.
Easiest. Gotcha. Big old 0-0.
That easy, huh? Whoops.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Is that why he was
6?
Yeah.
Is that why his name that?
Yes.
I never knew that.
That was easy.
It was that, and also 1 + 2 + 3 is 6.
Fuck me, man.
That was easy.
How did you not?
I never knew any of this.
I'm an idiot.
Because I'm an
That's
idiot.
Big. All right, here we go.
An idiot sandwich.
Speaking of sandwiches, number 2. What was the name of the breadless chicken sandwich that KFC used to offer? Ryan.
Double down.
The double down. That is correct.
I fucking knew that shit. It was gross.
All right.
Yeah,
Next
that's
question.
so gross.
Next question. Michael Jackson sang the theme song for what Big Fish movie?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Fuck me. Ryan. Free
Yes,
Willy.
Free Willy. That's right.
Oh, God damn it.
Big Fish
I'm
movie.
horrible at this game.
I thought I was always going to be the bad one. I went like 4 weeks without winning
No,
in the very beginning.
I'm apparently hot garbage at trivia.
You're
All
not.
right.
You're not, Jim. I love you.
Price is Right rules. Number 4. How many hot dogs did Joey Chestnut eat this 4th of July for
Ryan.
his 12th eating title?
94.
Incorrect.
Jim, 52.
Good answer, because it's under. It is 71.
Thought I saw you tweet about 94. Maybe I don't know.
No, I think the record was, 72?
74.
94. Jesus Christ.
94 hot dogs in 12.
There was at one point early in the
It'll happen. I believe it.
There was one point early in the
Just eats
contest
whole packages of hot
that
dogs.
he was on a 12 hot dog per minute pace. That's fucking disgusting, but incredible at the same time.
Effing gross.
God bless America.
All right, next question. Back to wrestling. Name the members of the tag team Power and Glory.
Jim,
Yes.
Hercules and Paul Roma.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I love that tag team, by the way.
Yeah. Last gym question. What bird is also known as a
Ryan.
double eagle in golf?
Oh, fuck me. I don't know. An Oriole.
Incorrect.
Albatross.
That is an albatross.
An Oriole.
The Baltimore Oriole.
Like, I love that. He's just like, Jim, Ryan, Oriole. Oh.
I thought it was a Jim question. That's what you were teeing it up as because he's an Orioles fan.
Fair.
Thought I'd sneak in with one.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
how'd that
we already
work?
did this one. Here's an easy question. Who was the first man on the moon?
Ryan.
Oh, I heard Ryan.
Neil Armstrong.
That's right.
An albatross, really?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a fictional bird? It's not even a real thing.
I don't know. It's fucking
A
albatross.
triple eagle is a condor.
Well, I know. A hole in one on a par 5?
Yes.
What the fuck is it? Are they playing on a parking lot?
Just giant, just cranking it.
Holy balls.
Holy balls.
Holy balls. It's tied 3-3. 3 questions left. Don't screw it up, gents. Here we go.
Here's where we start screwing it up.
Just do it!
The Jesus Rolls is the scheduled 2020 sequel for which Jeff
Jim.
Bridges film?
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
God
That's
damn it.
right.
I don't know how I feel about that yet.
All right. Which stand-up comedian starred in the movie First Kid? It was the movie about this character being a part of the Secret Service,
I mean,
and he was on detail for the president's son, who was played by Tim Allen's oldest son in Home Improvement.
Is it a Disney movie?
It is a Disney movie, I think.
Oh, Jim. Zachary Ty Bryan.
No, he's not a stand-up comedian.
Although I feel
Right.
like that's Tim Taylor's kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
We're looking for the stand-up comedian.
Oh my God, I have. I don't even know. Gary Coleman.
Sinbad.
He's like a short Sinbad. It looks similar.
Sure. Okay, guys. Last question. Guaranteed you both know this.
I hate that already.
Please do not say your name until... Okay, if you say your name, I stop reading the question.
That's fair.
Now, if one of us says our name, they get it wrong.
I will
you
read the
finish
rest of the...
que-
Yes, I will. Okay.
I love this song, by the way.
It's so good. I'm nervous.
I just want to make sure I have my script right.
I'm very nervous.
What's the score?
It is 4-3, Big Jim.
I need this.
You need this to tie. Okay. What are the names of the children of Marge and Homer Simpson?
Ryan. Bart, Lisa, and Maggie.
That is correct.
Boring.
Absolutely correct.
So now what?
I have to come up with a tiebreaker.
The guy didn't bring a tiebreaker.
I got one. It's really quick.
All right, all right, all right.
Okay. Here we go. Everybody loves this guy.
No, 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 no.
They absolutely love him.
Okay.
So we are going to go with another Price is Right type question.
Okay.
I got to get to
Come on, man.
I was going to yell my
Here we
name
go.
and say Ray Romano.
Ray Romano.
Everybody loves him. I don't fucking know. Ray Romano. Did I win?
Okay. Without going over, or the closest without going over, you're both going to write down your answers. How many total combined days has John Cena been WWE champion? Not World Heavyweight champion. How many total combined days has John Cena been WWE champion? I will give you this. 13 title reigns.
I also have mine.
Okay.
716.
716 for Ryan.
101.
101 for Jim. The answer is 1,254 days.
John C.
Your winner, Big Ryan. Congratulations, Ryan.
I'm so close.
For my victory, please send nudes. Unless you're a dude, send them to James as his punishment.
What is this? Impractical Jokers now?
Maybe.
All right, Tim. Why don't you tell the people where they can follow you?
They can follow me everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat if you care, at NotTheToolMan. When I'm not doing this podcast, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays on twitch.tv/NotTheToolMan. We're playing a lot of Super Mario Maker 2. So it's very fun. We're playing a lot of created levels and going through that way. If you want to hear more of my hot takes, but not so much topical, but historical wrestling, I do a podcast called Final Wrestling Place. You can find that on SoundCloud or wherever you listen to your podcast. Just search for Final Wrestling Place. It is Final Place Pod on the Twitter. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about Excellence Professional Wrestling this Saturday night in the Forest Lodge in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. Fantastic card. Fight for Independence. Roswell. Plenty of great matches on the card. A 7-match show. Bell time is 7 p.m. I'd love to see you guys there.
Plus, if you take the Turnpike, Roy Rogers on the way home.
Bingo, bingo.
Ryan, tell the people they can follow you.
You can follow me. It's at RYN Eagle. Now my new thing is just when Jim posts something on the 3 Count page, I harass him about it. So you can follow me along there.
It's entirely true.
That's all I've been doing lately. I don't tweet a whole lot, but make sure you're following along our page, 3 Count Thursday. Everything 3 Count Thursday. Always the number 3, never the word. Check out our Patreon page. Huh? Do it. Do it for Ryan. That wasn't a good one.
All right. And
I'm going to try again.
You can follow me.
We should have asked her a question. We forgot to ask Booby a question.
You can follow me if you want to on Twitter at Big Jim Sports. But make sure you're following along with this show. We are at 3 Count Thursday on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. All of our links can be found at 3countthursday.com. Check out our home network, NGSC Sports. Make sure you go to our merchandise at whatamaneuver.net. We have our Patreon and much, much more. Again, 3countthursday.com. And this show has been brought to you by Alicia's Pillows and Things. If you're decorating your home, you want it to reflect your taste and likes, so add decor that reflects your sports, TV, and movie fandom. Alicia's Pillows and Things is your hookup. They feature pillows of all sizes, stools, and more with your favorite teams and characters. Log on to ngscsports.com. Find the Alicia's Pillows and Things tab and place your order. Also, Cool Eye Cover. You can imagine we're talking about sunglasses. It is summer. It is hot. It is sunny and bright. You need sunglasses. Cool Eye Cover is a great deal as an NGSC Sports partner. If you email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com, they'll give you a 50% discount on your first pair of glasses. Visit cooleyecover.com and choose your glasses. Remember, you have to email esgmarketingsolutions@gmail.com to get the coupon. We thank you them for being a sponsor. We thank you for listening in. Until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.